selling your home as is, it could cost you way more than you could ever imagine. Many homeowners believe it's the easy way out, but in reality, it often leads to massive losses and leaving thousands of dollars behind just for the sake of convenience. I've seen it happen every day, and I've talked people off the ledge as well. So whether you're overwhelmed by the thought of repairs or just looking for a quick sale, selling as is, it could be tempting, I get it. But there are hidden pitfalls like attracting lowball offers or shrinking your buyer pool and missing out on profits that you didn't even know were even within your reach. But what if I told you there's a strategy that allows you to enjoy the convenience of an as-is sale without sacrificing your home's full potential value? So in the video here today, I'm going to break down the real pros and cons of selling as is, and stick around because I'm also sharing the secret formula that I've used with clients to unlock top dollar sales, even when they sold their home as is, quote unquote. Now, you don't want to miss that. So if you're considering selling your home within the next year, you're probably weighing a crucial decision or question to yourself, like, should I sell my home as is, or is it worth investing in repairs? It's a big decision, yes, with significant financial implications, and it can be overwhelming. Again, yes, trying to figure out the best plan forward. Now, listen, I just sold a home owned by my client's brother who had dementia, so my client was helping him. I met with the whole family, and they're like, oh, I want to sell this as is, minus all the stuff, right? And we thought long and hard about this. And I thought to myself, there's step 1, step 2, and step 3 here, guys, okay? 1, which is the one we chose, was just get rid of all the stuff, paint the garage and basement. They're key areas, guys. Garage and basements are the key areas. Make them look real shiny, and then just rip up some of these carpets which are really soiled. So let me show you. Here's a picture of Hunter's great house. Looks great from the outside, right? So it's in Bucks County. It's a great neighborhood, well-desired, well sought-out neighborhood. Now in the living room, family room, versus the carpets that were stained. So here's a picture of the living room before, kind of like blah, and after, it did hardwood floors. People love wood, showing looked great. And in the family room, there was a carpet over a flooring, so we just removed the carpet, and that looked great. And then the basement was scary looking, downright scary looking. Take a look at this picture here. Oh my Lord, you would think the house is full of mold and all this, but it wasn't. That's how it felt. And then we just painted it. It was very, very inexpensive. And I also did that with the garage. As you can see here, here's the garage before and the garage after. It didn't cost that much money. So, seeing all that, if you're thinking about selling your home as is, what does that really entail? I consider this home I just showed you being sold as is. We did a few things, but really we didn't redo the whole house. So let's clarify what selling as is truly means and what it doesn't. Because technically every home is sold as is, meaning it's being sold in its current condition. But in the real estate world, selling as is typically implies that you're choosing not to make any repairs, no upgrades. It's just going to be blah before listing your home, right? Do nothing. Sounds straightforward, right? However, there are some important details to keep in mind, okay? First, selling as is doesn't mean you're off the hook when it comes to responsibilities, right? In most states, you're still required to provide a seller's disclosure statement. This means you need to openly disclose all known facts or issues with the property, because transparency is the key. It ensures that potential buyers are fully informed, right, about what they're stepping into, and it builds trust. And even though you're opting to sell as is, there are a few things that still apply. You got the disclosure requirements. You can't skip out on disclosing known issues. This is not a formality. It's a legal obligation to be honest about the property's condition. Now, home inspections. Now, while you might not be fixing anything, buyers still might have the right to get a home inspection, right? This means that any defects will be identified and could influence their decision what they're going to offer, or if they're going to offer. Now, in that house I showed you, we did a home inspection on the property, and we fixed a couple little things, and it made people feel good when they were looking through the property knowing that we just did this inspection. That's the way to get around that. And then there's these financial implications. Just because you're selling as is doesn't mean you're free from financial considerations, right? Buyers might use different types of financing. And if the home fails on an appraisal due to health and safety concerns, these issues might still need to be addressed to move forward with the sale. Usually I can point that out to you exactly what the inspector is going to come out with. So, and that's why you do a pre-home inspection as well. So that's why I just covered the basics. Now they're covered. You might be wondering, what are the real advantages of selling your home as is? Well, let's look into that and explore how this approach could potentially benefit you. The top 3 I think I should talk to you today about that are really compelling, the advantages of selling your home as is, and why it might be a perfect option for you. Let's talk about 1, convenience. Wow, that's really easy. Selling a house as is all about simplifying the process, right? Imagine skipping the stress and hassle of fixing up your home before listing it. No more dealing with contractors, no more endless to-do lists, and no more staging or upgrading that old kitchen or those worn-out floors. You can just list your home in its current state, hand over the keys, and walk away. It's effortless, right? But, is it, right? Now, the convenience of selling your home as is means you're avoiding the time-consuming and often stressful process of repairs and upgrades, making your life a whole lot easier. But is it better financially? I don't know. This is the pros we're talking about. This is the pro side. Number 2, a speedy sale. Now, if time is of the essence, whether due to financial constraints, a family situation, or simply a desire to move on quickly, selling as is, it's a game changer. When you sell as is, you're cutting out the waiting period for repairs and renovations. It could be an extra 30, 60 days that could add to your process. So it means your home hits the market faster and allows you to close and move on with your life much faster without any delays. So it's an ideal option if you're looking to expedite the selling process and get things wrapped up quickly. Now, the third pro, top pro, is you get to avoid out-of-pocket costs. Let's face it, it's not everyone has a pile of cash ready to invest in their home for repairs or upgrades. So selling as is can be a huge financial relief, particularly if your home needs significant work. And by opting to sell in its current condition, you avoid the out-of-pocket expenses associated with fixing up your property. Now, this can be especially beneficial if your home requires major updates that would otherwise strain your budget. Now, that's why we offer our marketing costs. We give money to our clients up to a certain amount for some of these smaller repairs. Like that one on Hunter, we gave them the money to sell their home, and then we got it back at settlement, and it helped them out tremendously. And if you're living in an area, not in my service area, and you would like to know of an agent in your area can do that for you, just down below, just go to the agent referral list, and I can introduce you to somebody in our mastermind group in your area. Now, of course, selling your home as is isn't all sunshine and rainbows, guys. There are some downsides to consider. The first one comes to mind is lowball offers, because one of the biggest drawbacks of selling as is that you might attract lower offers than you'd hope for. Buyers typically factor in the cost of repairs and upgrades when making their offers, which can lead to offers 10 to 15% below market value. I've seen it, and I don't like doing that, but I've seen it happen. Like, for example, in a Pennsylvania market where the average home price is $400,000, this could mean potentially losing $40,000 or more. So it's important to be aware of the possibility that this could happen and factor in how it could affect your final sale price, okay? Well, the second thing I can think of is buyer skepticism. Because when you list your property as is, buyers are likely to wonder why you're taking this approach. And you kind of draw into and attract these buyers with lots of drama. And the question on their mind might be, is there something seriously wrong with this property that the seller isn't telling us? Well, the skepticism can lead to fewer interested buyers and might even scare some away before they've had a chance to see the property. They won't even come in the door. Buyers today, the millennials and Gen Z, they just want to walk in, put their stuff down, and go enjoy life. You can ask them. They tell me on my YouTube channel. So if you want to do something like that, great. But addressing these concerns head on, it can be challenging, but it's crucial for maintaining buyer interest. And the third thing is fewer buyers. You'll get fewer people coming through. Not everyone is ready to take on a fixer-upper. First-time buyers in particular might be overwhelmed by the thought of tackling repairs and renovations. By selling as is, you're narrowing your pool of potential buyers to those who are either specifically looking for a project or they're investors. And investors want to lowball you. So that could reduce the number of offers you receive and limit your chances of selling quickly or at a desirable price. So you got to determine which one's more important to you, price or speed. Number 4, disclosure headaches. Selling as is means you still have to be transparent about the property's condition. You need to disclose all the known issues up front, which can be a bit of a double-edged sword. So while it's important for legal reasons, being open about problems can deter buyers who aren't prepared to deal with these type of issues. So It's kind of a balancing act between full disclosure and managing buyer perceptions, okay? And lastly, there's loan restrictions. This is important, guys. Listen to this, because if you're thinking of selling as is, it might help you avoid some of the traditional selling hurdles, but be aware it doesn't completely exempt you from them. Like certain types of home loans like VA or FHA, they come with strict health and safety requirements. If your home doesn't meet these standards, buyers using these loans will not be able to purchase your property, further limiting your market and pool of buyers. So it is time right now for a bonus tip. But first, if you're learning something new today, please hit the subscribe button. I'm looking to get 600 by the end of August. It's drawing near. We're slow month, I think, because everybody's on vacation. But help me out, help a girl out, because your support means a lot to me. And the bonus tip is that over the years I've experienced of selling a home at tends to get offers, I was saying before, 10 to 15% below the price you could have gotten, right? If you just did do something. And that brings in drama. I've talked about that. So just think about one little thing you could be doing and concentrate on the garage and basements. I told you that earlier. I'm going to amplify it more to right now. Painting garage and basement, ripping up some rugs, just getting rid of stuff. The bonus tip here is that doing that, it might be your only option. Like selling as is, you're not going to get the money that you think you're going to get if money is your issue. So why don't just sell fast and get the money? Do both by doing a few things. And that's where we come in. That's where you get your realtor in there and give you some insight. Because would you like to have an extra $70,000 by spending $6,000? Yes. So think about the cost and how much more you could get by doing that. Okay, so now we're going to do some visual proof. I'm going to show you some before and after pictures because it's really to bring this point home. I'm going to explore some of these pictures and that showcase the impact of selling as is versus making a few strategic updates. Now, seeing these comparisons, they can help you clarify how even minor improvements can unlock significant value. We'll show them to you a little bit side by side, however you want to see it here on the screen. Okay, I'm going to show you a photo of an outdated kitchen, brown, outdated cabinets, and the pro side is we painted them cool color and updated the countertops, and it was inexpensive and it was a huge, huge return of investment. It's just a modest update. This house sold for $30,000 over asking. So check out this picture of a really, really dark and overcrowded living room. Has a mix of mismatched furniture, dark wall colors, and a busy layout, and the heavy use of dark tones and excess items just made the space feel cramped and uninviting. And as you can see, the same living room brightening and removing the clutter, that doesn't cost much, guys. You gotta get rid of your stuff anyway. So after a nice refresh with neutral paint, we did do that, decluttered, and some thoughtful staging, the living room now felt really open and bright and inviting. And the clean, streamlined look here highlights the room's potential and allows buyers to imagine themselves comfortably living in the space. And we actually got $50,000 over asking on this particular home. And some people don't think about the exterior, but we had this house on Cottage Avenue, and the yard and the deck were neglected. Because curb and peel, it plays a huge role in a buyer's first impression. So here in this picture, we can see a backyard with a worn wooden deck, cluttered with toys, and the grass was growing high, and weathered stairs, and even railings combined with scattered leaves and patchy grass. It created an image of neglect. And the yard signals to buyers that the property may need significant maintenance inside because they see the outside. And they don't want to have that. So the same yard now, after a simple landscape refresh, got some things out and look at the difference that this effort can make, right? Fresh lawn, neatly trimmed grass, removal of clutter. This yard now is an inviting space. It feels well maintained. Deck's cleaned, repainted, stained, and looks ready to get some outdoor entertainment. And it really did improve the curb appeal immediately, made the property more attractive to the buyers and more likely to view the home as move-in ready and well cared for. So think about your backyard, your front yard. A clean and welcoming yard can significantly enhance a buyer's first impression and boost the overall value of your home. Next, I want to show you a before picture of a bathroom on Essex Lane. We took a light, a new vanity, and just put some paint there, and it really was amazing, the transformation here. The after picture, it just felt like it was brand new. And the floor, you can tell, was still that old tile, right? But it felt much better in the pictures. The first picture I felt was focusing, you could really see the tile. And the second picture, you hardly even saw it. Also, there could be just a simple bedroom fix. Here's a picture of a bedroom that just, was cluttered. The bookshelves, mismatched furniture. It just contributes to like a disorganized feel, made the room seem smaller and less inviting. And this type of picture might, leave potential buyers feeling like their room and perhaps the entire home needs significant updating, decluttering to reach its full potential. So same picture, after a simple refresh, polished up the hardwood floors, uncluttered the rooms, the bookshelves, to coordinate the furniture. The bedroom now felt bright and airy, much more spacious, and the shelves totally decluttered. Room's overall look is cohesive and inviting. I like this contrast here. The straightforward, I think the updates here are very straightforward. It significantly enhanced the room's appeal, make it easier for buyers to imagine themselves living in this space. You might say, well, that wasn't much to do. So yeah, so As Is was doing nothing. Going upstairs and doing no packing, doing nothing, just selling your house. So this is the difference. So you really want to highlight how much value that can be unlocked in targeting these small updates. And even if you're leaning towards still selling as is, seeing these examples can give you a better sense of what buyers are comparing when they look at the properties, okay? It's really important to understand what's going on in the head of the buyers who are actually walking through the door. Now, if you're still leaning towards selling your home as is, but want to make sure you still get the best possible price, I'm going to share with you the secret formula that's proven to work wonders. Okay, are you ready? All right, first step is you conduct a market analysis, okay? Start by understanding the detailed comparative market analysis. Understand the homes in your area that are in similar condition and have comparable features. Find out what's going on there, what they've sold for, because it's not just about finding old comparables, it's about identifying the properties with the same number of bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, and then by analyzing these comparables, you can determine the market value of homes that are in a similar shape to yours. I like to look at the homes that are pending sale, or and trying to get the price from the realtors, or when they went under contract. So when did the house go under contract? Not when it's settled. That's the date that's the most important. That's a bonus tip. So why is that a bonus tip? Because people look at the sold date and you really want to know what the market was doing at the time the person actually bought the house. So this insight will help you to set a realistic price that reflects the true value of your property in its current condition. Now, step 2, itemize necessary repairs and get estimates. Doesn't cost money. Just do a thorough inventory of all the repairs your home needs. We'll do a room-by-room review. We'll get a pre-home inspection and get estimates for the repairs. Serious buyers, especially those who flip homes, they'll be very familiar with repair costs. So having this information at your fingertips allows you to price your home more accurately because you know the cost. Or no one's going to come back to you, oh, that's going to cost this much. And like, no, it doesn't cost this much. I have an invoice, okay? It prepares you to handle offers that might be influenced by these repair needs, which I just said, right? And not only this will position your home competitively, but also ensures that you're attracting the right buyers. It's so important to get the right buyers in the door. Those who see the value in taking on a project, because by being transparent about the repair needs and the pricing accordingly, then you can drive up interest and potentially receive multiple offers, often above your asking price. That's kind of what we did for Hunter. So follow this formula, and when you do that, you can navigate the complexities of selling as is and still achieve a sale price that reflects your home's true market value and your true potential. You don't want to leave money on the table, do you? So what's the key takeaway of all this? When you price your home strategically, even if you're selling as is, you can significantly enhance your chances of achieving a great outcome. And in a slower market, pricing your home effectively is so crucial. Not in this market right now. It's not slowing down as I see it, but by following the formula we discussed and by conducting a detailed market analysis, listing all the repairs with your estimates, what happens is you position your home in a way that attracts these serious buyers. Now, even in a market that's not booming, the right pricing strategy can create a buzz and generate multiple offers, okay? So price your home fairly and strategically, even if it's as is, and you can be pleasantly surprised by the outcome. And by implementing this approach, you're maximizing your potential for a successful sale, ensuring that the property stands out on the market. That's really important. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I'm looking for 600 by the end of August. And if you want more tips in selling your home, come back to my channel. I've got tons of videos just like this. And if you're thinking about selling the next 12 months, click the link below and book a free consultation with me, because I do consultations a year in advance. I want to know and be with you that whole year before selling your home. I will make you so much more money, or I can find you a realtor in your area to get somebody a year in advance. It's so important. See you on the next one.